lifting 10 times your body weight, like being the first person to do it, and we spoke a little bit about it. Is it something that you aspire to do as a powerlifter?
Initially, no, because I had no idea like what any of this meant. But no one had ever done it in Australia. I'm pretty sure someone did it. I'm not too sure in the world, but no one had done it in Australia. So just for everyone who's listening, it's a raw. It was a raw total, but raw including knee wraps, just not equipped. So there's a couple of different federations that classify raw as different things. But this was knee wraps, just no like equipped suit or anything like that. And no, it didn't. It never was my intention. I just became good at powerlifting pretty much. And then my first coach was 𝗙𝗏𝗧𝗏, and I think from memory he was like, "Oh, you should do this. Like no one's done it before." And I
talking about 10x, 10x total weight.
Yep. And that was in the GPC Nationals that we were trying to achieve that in 2014.
And it was never on your mind?
Nah, because I didn't know. Like
Really?
I didn't know how close I was. I didn't know like really any of it. I was new to the sport.
Yeah.
And
New to the sport and going for 10x.
Well, I just had a quick search then while you guys are having a chat about that. There's only people speculating on the internet like, 10 times your body weight, and they've got a list here of all different people from different weight categories. There's not many people in the world who can like officially claim that on a world stage in front of massive audience that they've hit 10 times. Like there's a few here that are saying, I've done it in training with gym partners, like here's photos and all this sort of stuff. But it's not officially in front of a big competition. So, dude, I think it's sick. Like, there's not many people who say that they're even close to that.
Yeah, I like you said at the start, I sort of used it as my benchmark because no one. It's like we spoke about this. It's like the 4-minute mile where no one thought that a mile could be broken in 4 minutes, and then as soon as one person did it, how many more like did it?
It opens the floodgates. It's just happened with the 2-hour marathon.
Yeah,
someone's done it with paces and in perfect conditions, and I feel like we're going to see a lot more people
do it.
Go under now because...
Well, dude, all those paces...
they subbed in and out.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is, like, if they're holding that pace with him, with a little bit more training, could they not do the same thing? Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 it, and then all of a sudden every man and his dog's doing it. We've got school kids doing it.
Yeah.
What's to say that
Yeah.
you've set the benchmark, like you said, and now 2 years, 3 years from now, we've got this up and coming muscle mass that just freaking lifts all the weights on the planet.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's like I said at the start, it was never my intention, but as soon as I did it, I was like, well, this for me now is my minimum. Like, this is what I need to be better every comp. So how do I get better every comp? And obviously at the same weight class, I need to lift more. So if I was still competing in 67s, then I'm going to get 10 times again, because for me to get better, it's minimum 10 times. And then I did that in the 75 kilo class, but I weighed like 72, so I think I totaled 720, and then I ended up totaling 750 at 75, and then totaled, I think I totaled 760. I think my biggest total at 75 was 767.5, and then at Pro Raw, which was under 80, I totaled 787 at 77 or
So
78.
give the audience a little bit of context here. People are in your Pro Raw category in the sub 80s.
Yep.
What are they sort of lifting? Are they in like 7 times their body weight? Are they in 9 times their body weight? Are they even close to where you're lifting?
It
or
was
what's
me
happening?
and Les mainly in that comp who would be sort of top 2, and then there'd be a few others who would still be quite close, but we would sort of set the benchmark for those competitions. Pat Morrison, in the earlier days, he was the one to beat, and then he got bigger and stronger, so he had to move up to the 95s, and he dominates that sort of class with like Matt Stenzel and a couple other dudes. So it was sort of like we set that benchmark, and I think after I did it a few times, like I'm pretty sure Les did it not long after that, and then a couple other people, tried to do it.
Just the floodgates
Yeah,
open.
that's
and
literally-
same sort of thing.
That's literally what we're saying, though. You see one guy do it, and you're like,
That's
fuck,
it.
if he can do it, surely I can. If I put
It's now
the
possible.
same, if not more effort in.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And then if I, like, let's say it wasn't me, but if I was to go into the next comp going, well, I want to be better than what I did last time, then the person who's coming second needs to go 10 times to beat me.
Yeah.
So,
That's the cool thing about sports. It's just constantly getting better, and you're pushing each other on and pushing each other's boundaries, just mentally actually conceiving what can be done, and then physically sort of going and training and preparing for it.
I think you just nailed it. It's the first part, that perceiving yourself in the future being at 10 times lift. That doesn't like you said, you don't normally just wake up and think, I'm going to do this, I'm going to hit 10 times my body weight.
But I never had any doubt too. Like, I never was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I was like, why can't I do that?
That's good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was never like, nah, that's way too hard.
Does
Like,
everyone-
I'm not going to. I was like, nah, hang on a second. Like, why? Who's stopping me from doing that?